wanted to let you know, this video, I'm in a rehabilitation hospital from having my knee surgery performed. I had a total knee arthroscopy, which means, you can look that up, you recreate the entire, you actually build me a new knee. And that was done by my surgeon, and now I'm in a rehabilitation hospital. I've been here approximately almost a week, not hardly a week, and it's amazing what they're doing. I have not had my hair washed in a few days. I've had no makeup on. Today I have no jewelry on. I'm in my PJs waiting to get my shower before I start my surgery schedule for the day. I am in a wonderful place, and I will leave a link at the end of the video about the place that I'm at and how great they've been and are being to me on a daily basis. My knee is causing me a great deal of pain. We rate pain 0 to 10, and my knee pain has been running around 8. What occurred and what happened to me, I got my knee done on an outpatient basis, went in, they gave me a spinal, they gave me a block. I left the hospital the same day of the surgery, and evidently what I did while my leg was still numb and still had the block in it was I injured a muscle, the main muscle in the back of your leg that lets you walk and jump and hop and do all those really unusual things. Somehow I ended up doing a little damage to that part of my knee. To my leg. Of course, my knee's trying to heal from surgery on its own, and then now I've damaged a muscle, the largest muscle in the leg. So I've had some excruciating type pain in that muscle. Initially, on the get-go, when I woke up with the pain, they thought I had had a blood clot, because you who have watched my channel before, you knew I had open heart surgery, and you knew 3 days later I had a blood clot in each lung and had to go back into the hospital. I had open heart surgery on a Wednesday, went home on a Saturday, the next Saturday, and got home and had 2 blood clots, and got back in the hospital and got on the heparin drip and got those blood clots resolved. So when I started having pain in this leg, they were like, "Oh, well, Phyllis, you just got another blood clot." So initially I went in to radiology to see if I had a blood clot after surgery. I think it was maybe 3 days after surgery. And while I was waiting to get the x-ray done, I was in such excruciating pain, I passed out in the waiting room, and they had to take me around to the emergency room and do a full workup on me. They thought I'd had a heart attack while waiting to get some help with the extreme excruciating pain in my leg. They got me back, and they finally got me, said I did not have a stroke. I did not. But anyway, and so they did a test on my leg, ultrasound, to rule out any clots. There were no clots. Praise to God that there were no clots. And from there, I went back home, still in a lot of pain, still trying to make it, still trying to do, and still having a lot of excruciating pain. So then we went back for another test, a veno. Let's see. Let me think about what it was. It was an arterial. Let me show you my balloons my great-grandbaby brought me. Isn't she a sweetheart? She brought me these little balloons. It was a venogram, arterial venogram, to show if I had any clots. Small, large, big. A clot's a clot. It doesn't matter what size it is. So they put me through that test. I had to wait 5 hours while they sent the test to, I think it was Nashville. I'm 3 hours from Nashville, so they had to fax that test to a radiologist somewhere up in Nashville to get my results. And so I waited 5 hours for that. They said, "No, that's not what's wrong. You just need to go back to your surgeon." Here we go. Me limping on one leg, dying in pain, back to my surgeon, and he determined that I had damaged, I'm going to put the name of the muscle across the bottom of the screen here because I can't pronounce it. I'm a nurse, but I can't pronounce this muscle. Gastroc muscle, the largest one in the leg. I had damaged it. So, guys, what I'm doing now in rehab is trying to repair the back of my leg, the muscle in the back of that leg. It has given me one more fit. I ask for your prayers in healing that muscle. I've got the great therapist here to help me, but I want the great physician. I've called on him every day, prayed every day that he will lay his healing hand on my leg. I've got so many things I want to do for him and with him that I've just prayed and prayed that he will heal this leg for me. They've been good about my pain. They bring my pain medicine as I need it. I have been fairly emotional about it. Very emotional about the pain and about being away from home, about not being able to be home and take care of my husband, my cat, my kids, play with my great grandbaby, do all the wonderful things we like to do in the spring. I'm here at a rehab hospital, but that's what God wants for me, and I'll accept it, and I'll get there. I'll get back. Alan has been so faithful to visit with me. He's doing ward work today, but he's been so faithful to come and to visit. I wanted to get on here and let you all know that if you are sick and if you're in the hospital today, I pray for you and I think about you. I can't call you out by name. I don't know you personally, but I do pray for all people that are sick and hurting and healing, going through the healing stage. It's something that I want you to know, that I know I'm not the only one hurting. I'm not the only one in pain. I'm not the only one in a hospital. There's so many. And I feel so grateful that mine is just a leg. There's so many others with such worse conditions. So I love y'all. I wanted to let you know what's going on with me. I haven't forgot you. I want to get back on TV, on YouTube as soon as I can, and let's have fun cooking. I'm just laying here in bed thinking of all the wonderful things I want to make. And there's people here that I'm talking to about food. And we have a great person here cooking in our kitchen at the rehab building. And he's got a lot of good ideas about food, and he's made some wonderful dishes for us. So, of course, not all of it's handmade because he's feeding a lot of people. But still, we get a lot of good ideas from other people and other people that we haven't met before. So that's one of the joys of being here. I've made a lot of new friends. I've caught up with a lot of nurses that have known throughout my nursing career. I've caught up with them and reconnected. So it hasn't been all bad, guys. I've tried to make the best of it. I've tried to make it a fun time. I know I look like a woolly gonab, is what my mother used to call everybody that didn't fix up. But you can't fix up when you're down. I'm fixing to get a shower here in a little bit, and maybe I'll get to wash my hair. My daughter cut it off as short as she could when we knew, that I was going to have this surgery. She said, Mom, you might as well get that hair cut off so you won't have as much maintenance during your surgery and during your recovery, because I'll be going. When I leave the rehab hospital here, I'll be going to outpatient therapy for more therapy on my leg. But I just had to stop on and tell y'all, don't be discouraged. If you're in a rehab or if you're in a hospital, don't be discouraged. It's easy to get discouraged. Keep your chin up and keep plugging away and do your therapy if you're in therapy. Keep doing that therapy. It's going to be remarkable what they do. They know how to get that muscle away. They know how to get you up and moving again. So you listen to what they're saying and you do what they tell you to do. And know that you are loved and know that God is going to take care of you and get you back where you want to be. And I love you all so much. And I appreciate you stopping by my hospital room today. And I'm fixing to get me a good shower. And I'm fixing to get my makeup on and get my face on. And get down to my therapy and visit with everybody. And try to get myself stronger. And I love you all so much. Bye-bye. Oh, I just wanted to come on and just say hello. And let you all know I'm still in rehab. I'm supposed to be getting out sometime this week. My leg is getting better. It's getting stronger. Walking, I think they said 36 feet with a walker on my knee. My sprained muscle is improving. I have medicine for that strained calf, and I'm getting so much better. Just wanted to come on and say hello, and I hope you guys are doing well, and everything is going good here at the rehab hospital. These are some flowers right here that Hope sent to me, and these are my balloons that Audrey, my great-grand, sent to me. And these are some very special flowers that a dear friend named Carol sent to me. Aren't they beautiful? Love you, Carol. Thank you so much. Just wanted to pop in and say I'm still making it and still trying here at the rehab hospital, guys. And I love y'all. Bye-bye. Good morning, friends. There was a lot of pain last night. But I sat up with my pain medicine and fell asleep eventually. The leg is still hurting. The muscle is still very tender and very painful. But we're making it. We're getting through it. Had a lot of good support. A lot of people here being so super friendly and nice. But I just wanted to come on and tell you that I'm still in the rehab center this morning and just wanted to come on and let you know I'll be back cooking as soon as I can get up on my feet again. Well, it's 7:30 in the morning and I'm up and off to therapy. I'm going to outpatient therapy in Union City, which is about probably 12 miles from my house. Look at all the junk in the back. Stuff to drop off at Goodwill back here. You know how you get all this stuff collected, you don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to drop it off at Goodwill. I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing. Still in therapy for my knee. I'm using a walker right now to get around. The knee is still very sore, very tender. I take my pain pill 30 minutes before I go to therapy so that it hurts a little less. It still hurts pretty much, but it hurts a little less. And I just wanted to thank y'all for kind of going along on the journey with me on the knee. And I'll keep y'all posted. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. And you guys take care of yourself. Please like, please subscribe. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and have a conversation with you. Today, I'm about 5.5 weeks in on the knee surgery, and I went to my surgeon today, and he told me basically that I'm not coming along as fast as I need to. I had the setback at the beginning when I had the pain in my leg. They thought I had a clot because I had clots in both lungs after my open heart. But luckily, when they went and did the test, I had 3 separate x-rays done on my left leg after surgery to make sure there was not a blood clot, and there was not, but my calf was tender, swollen, and very inflamed, and it was, the gastroc muscle of that leg had gotten hurt somehow during the surgery, so it's slowly healing back. That was a setback. I came home and I had home health for only about a week. And then I went, from there, I had to go from home health, I went in inpatient rehab at one of our local inpatient places that we have here with West Tennessee. West Tennessee Hospital, I think, owns them, and they're very close to my house. So I went in there for 12 days and got rehab. Now I'm going to outpatient rehab 3 times a week, which is very intense and very painful. If you've had it, you understand. If you've had this total knee construction done, I had a total left knee reconstructed, which I had needed to have done it a lot sooner than I did. So I'm really getting on here to encourage you, if you are postponing a total knee replacement, if you were saying, oh, I'm not going to do that, I don't need to do that, if you're postponing it, I'm telling you to go ahead and get that done as soon as your surgeon tells you to. My surgeon had told me to do it probably a year to a year and a half before I decided to do it. He kept telling me, I don't need to give you any more injections. You do not need any more rooster comb. You need to get that knee done. Well, he was right. I really needed to. However, today I'm about 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out, and I went to the doctor today, the surgeon, and they did x-rays. He, told me that the way it looks right now, I'm behind, because of what's happened along the course on therapy and on my rehab and getting better. I'm still using a walker. I still feel a little unsafe at times. My leg has built up, which your leg does this after you have surgery. It builds up a lot of scar tissue that you have to keep broken up. Once they cut into that bone, and that there's so much bleeding that goes into the surgery that everything rushes in to heal it. Well, what heals it makes it tight, and it doesn't relax, and it's not as usable as it needs to be, is the easiest way I know to explain it. So what's happening now with me is I'm getting a lot of scar tissue built up, and we're trying to break that scar tissue. And my therapist, when they work on me, and when they mash my leg down, it's incredibly sore already. It's already in pain. And they're trying to break up that, they're trying to just break up all that scar tissue. So you can imagine what that feels like when I go. So today, he has given me some muscle relaxers so that when I go into therapy, I will be maybe more relaxed to let them push and try to break up what is getting really, really stiff and making my knee not want to bend. Not sleeping at night. The pain in the leg trying to sleep it just is not going to let you sleep. It's like that scar tissue, when you move it, it's just, I just can't tell you what that's like. This total reconstruction of the knee was so badly needed, and now my recovery is really getting to be very, very time consuming, a lot of focus on it. Am I doing the right thing? Labor Day weekend, I did some exercises that I thought I was doing correctly. But when I went back on Tuesday to therapy, I was telling the therapist what I had done, and she says, no, Phyllis, you were not doing that correctly. So, it really is important to go to physical therapy and not stay home and do it yourself unless you get explicit directions like I needed, maybe with a diagram or a picture or something. So, I did all that, and it was all for naught. So I'm trying to pay more attention in therapy, even though it's very painful, and they do a fantastic job. It's about a 10-mile trip to where I go for therapy 3 days a week. I'm not driving yet because I'm still on pain medication, and on muscle relaxers. So I'm still not driving. I've gotten off the pain medicine, but today when I went to the doctor, he said he thought I would have more success with my therapy if I took a muscle relaxer 30 minutes before I went for therapy, and maybe that would help me be able to let them try to break up that scar tissue. Now, is it comfortable? Gosh, y'all, if you've been through it, you know what I'm talking about. But I wanted to get on here and let you know I'm still alive. I'm still doing. I can walk without the walker on flat ground. I'm a little skittish walking across the yard or, where there's like up and down, terrain. I don't want to get out there and trip and fall. I'm still doing it. I'm still going. Another thing he said was, I had to be on a blood thinner after surgery. And so, because I'd had the clots previously, so the blood thinner actually made more blood rush in to try to heal this knee and make it stiff and scar down again and fill in all that tissue. So it's kind of a double whammy, really, everything I try to do, it seems like it's just getting tougher and tougher. But I want you to continue to pray for me, and I've been thinking about you guys so much. And I have missed doing videos, but guys, I just haven't been up to it. I haven't been feeling like it. I've had a lot to do, a lot of things to just think about and go through with this knee. It's been a journey that I wanted to make with you guys to help me express what's happening to me and how I feel about it. And the surgeons and the nurses and doctors everywhere that I've been have been nothing but fantastic. But as you age, you go through so many different emotions when you have something like this done. And you see young people who are 20 years old in therapy because they've torn a ligament or they've torn their ACL. You see so many young people, not just elderly people with these problems, but you see young people too. And I know they're in a lot of pain. And, they do seem to do really well with their pain. Now, that being said, I have not been doing really well with my pain. It has really bothered me. And I have not enjoyed the pain one bit. It has just been treacherous, that's all I can say. So, if you don't like pain, this is not the surgery for you for sure. When I went to my doctor today, he looked at me and he said, "Are we still friends?" And I said, "The jury is still out on whether we're friends or not because I've about had it." So anyway, this is where I'm at. He told me that I had 4 to 6 more weeks of therapy, 3 times a week. I went in there, was going to ask him if I could stop the therapy. And I did ask him, and he said, "No, you can't. You got too much scar tissue coming in, and you've got to break that down and get rid of that scar tissue." And I said, "Okay, how many more weeks?" And he said 4 to 6, depending on how well I do. So 4 to 6 more weeks of therapy. Can you imagine? I'll get through it, I hope. I pray I get through it. So I said, okay. And he told me, he said, even at the end of that therapy time, if I have still not broken through that scar tissue, he will have to take me back to surgery and put me to sleep and manipulate my knee until he crushes and breaks all of that tissue. And when he said that to me, I'm telling you, that was the last thing I wanted to hear. It just went all over me like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? I couldn't believe it. But he was talking about another surgery. We just put you to sleep and we just move your leg around to bust it all up unless we get it done in therapy. And I thought, wow, what a great outlook. This is something great to look forward to, guys. If all the hard therapy doesn't work, you got to laugh about it. If all the hard 4 to 6 weeks of therapy doesn't work, then golly, I get to go to surgery again. Anyway, that's where we're at. And I just wanted to get on here and let you know where I'm at. And I miss y'all. I can't wait to get back in my kitchen. Hopefully, within a few weeks, I'll be back in the kitchen. I did make some tuna fish the other day. It was not hard to do. But I'm hoping so much to get back to cooking really, really soon. And I miss you guys. And please keep me in your prayers. And I love y'all. Bye-bye.